So Willunga High School has a comprehensive curriculum that allows students to get into whatever pathway that they choose. So one of the focuses of the school is to ensure that the students achieve the pathway of their choice once they leave secondary schooling. We're fortunate in that we're able to offer a broad curriculum which caters for all student needs. So we have a traditional academic curriculum like the physics, chemistries, English literatures, as well as subjects that are in the vet, hospitality and doorways to construction. We also have a specialist agriculture program which has agriculture and horticulture at its centre. So the students are able to pursue agriculture and horticulture as a pathway into our local environment, which we're connected really closely to our community in terms of the farming and the winemaking aspect.
The Willunga High School Teaching and Learning Charter was introduced as a bit of a commitment to our community to ensure that we know exactly what's going to happen across the board every single day in our classrooms, and that ensures that it's going to be innovative practice and also always evidence-based practice. That's coupled with our CPRs, our consistent predictable routines. That way the students know when they come in they're going to be having learning intentions, brain breaks and positive behaviour to learning interventions as well.
The Teaching and Learning Charter at Willunga High School has been developed to enhance the ways of students learning as well as supporting teachers in getting the most out of the kids that we teach. The Teaching and Learning Charter first and foremost teaches the kids the values of our school, which is respect, responsibility, resilience and success. By learning these different values within school, the students are able to put those skills and ways into practice as well as outside of school where they're going to be using those values in life as young adults or even adults out in the workforce.
I think the Learning Charter for staff and students has been really valuable. It's allowed me to understand my responsibility as a teacher. I believe my responsibility is allowing students to be personally successful, whichever way that may be. It doesn't always have to be an academic pathway. It could be through a TAFE course or an apprenticeship. But I also like to try to build really resilient learners and autonomous problem solvers. I think that's really essential, and I think the Learning Charter allows students to realise their responsibility and be independent learners and bring their own success.
The one-to-one program also dovetails in with our learner management system. So our learner management system is an online portal that students access, teachers use for planning their lessons, marking their roles and providing assessments for students, and it also the students have 24/7 access to their learning.
We can contact teachers by direct messaging them, so then if we have an issue and we're at home we can direct message them and they can reply and help us out.
They're able to access learning programs that we set up for them. They're able to engage with their learning and interact with their learning during school as well as while they're at home.
When a teacher will put up what we're doing for the class every lesson, because then I know exactly what I need to get done and when.
We've been able to increase the dialogue between students. What we've found through using an online platform like that is that our grades have seemed to improve. We've had a higher level of merits that have been achieved in Year 12, and a lot of that has been in the sciences.
And there's just a lot you can access online in terms of upcoming assignments and your grades and how you're going so far. So it's really good to just see your progress through the year, and so you just know how you're going.
At Willunga High School we have a focus on wellbeing, inclusion and engagement we like to call our culture of care. This begins before students have even left their primary school, with coordinated transition visits helping to ease the anxiety of starting high school. This transition process enables students to become familiar with key staff members and the facilities at the school. Students are placed in home groups through information that's gathered from the primary schools and parents to help support their transition here to high school. This supportive transition process allows our school to prepare themselves for the students starting high school. We have a dedicated Year 7 and 8 area for break times to allow students to mix with their same age peers. We have a dedicated team of staff members working with students, including home group teachers, year level leaders, year level managers, youth workers and wellbeing leaders. Student wellbeing is also supported through access to our Doctor on Campus program. Our middle school timetable is built around minimising the number of staff that students come in contact with, allowing them to build a positive relationship with those staff members and get a sense of belonging. So this allows staff members to get a crucial understanding of the student so that they can support the curriculum differentiation and the student's wellbeing. So students stay with a consistent group throughout the day, allowing them to build some positive relationships with their peers. We provide additional support for those students identified requiring literacy and numeracy intervention, as well as those students requiring some stretch to develop further. Recognition of student achievement is done through recognition events, assemblies, award ceremonies to celebrate success and growth of students. So our SHIP program is for students with higher intellectual potential. So students that are identified as having higher intellectual potential go through a process where they're screened to talk about where some of their strengths are.
We've gone and done problem-solving activities outside of school.
And that can then support in development of stretch for those students. It might be that they are put into higher year level classes to give them the additional support to develop further.
It will allow students to pursue an area of their education that's not necessarily school-based.
One of the big things that we do here is that we do have some innovative teaching practices across the school. We do work with our winemakers and we do work with our people in agriculture in the area, and kids often get that hands-on experience working with those people.
So the upgrades to the school and in the STEM area have made it more possible for us to have more open learning. So we have areas now where people can come and just quietly study, and I guess there's a lot more newer style learning happening.
We often get that working in the community as well, whether it be with the primary schools or other local industries.
We wanted to make sure that we had a commitment to our students and our families that whatever happens in the classroom is the most innovative and evidence-based practice that we could provide.